I could just put whatever I want with it. It's not. I really, I've never. Yeah, I listen to a lot of old rock and roll, so. Okay. I'm an old man when it comes to music. Just about, yes.
We're so back, by the way.
We are.
We have never been more back in the history of being back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's the top of the 8 o'clock hour, and welcome back to another beautiful, beautiful episode of Miles and Trent Talk Football. As always, I'm Miles. Who's that?
I'm Trent.
And we are in for just what I have to characterize as the greatest championship weekend ever. Not necessarily for the fact that, the Broncos are playing a backup quarterback, and we'll get to that later, but for the narratives, for everything that has come into this season, into this conference championship round. This has to out and out be one of the greatest rounds of playoff football that we have potentially ever seen, my man Trent. And one other thing that I wanted to kind of lead the show with, you know what this world needs, Trent?
I already mentioned it.
Zero. You did. I don't think we can say that on stream, so I'm going to substitute your answer for zero sugar Mountain Dew Code Red. All right, and someone in chat can throw something at me. But I just think the world would be a much better place if we had Code Red Zero Sugar. All right, because they got me sipping on the Dr. Pecker. Got a few guys in chat already. We are popping off about the Hoosiers, and absolutely, we can start with that if we want to, just kind of touch on that, because holy hell, they updated Google to just straight up say Kurt Signetti, he wins. Like that's like it just does that now. Dude, Indiana I think is set up to be the next potential Alabama. Kurt Signetti has proven himself time and again to just be an absolutely magnificent coach. And I am extremely excited to kind of keep tabs on Indiana. And also, congratulations, Fernando Mendoza. I send my condolences.
Definitely. I don't watch a lot of college football, but I do know that he's probably going to the Raiders, and good luck. Maybe they'll hire the coach. Maybe they'll hire the coach and do something.
Maybe. My settings are a bit odd. Feels like my face is squished. It could be could just be the layout and the way I've got it. I don't know. Maybe I could sit here and dick off with it for a second. Maybe we play with the aspect ratio a little bit. Let me scoot us back in. Is that better? That actually does look a smidge better. I think we're a tiny bit off center, you and I, but you know what? I don't look like I've been put through a trash compactor, and that's always very cool. Thank you for the feedback. We do enjoy constructive criticism around here. So, Trent, I'm going to let you pick your favorite out of these two football games, and let's talk about it.
Well, I'm excited to see if the Denver Broncos can give New England's some trouble. I mean, Patriots are known to lose against backup quarterbacks, so maybe this is
In championship type situations, might I
this
add.
this is true. So we're looking to see if they can get somewhere with that. But
All right. All right, so I got a few things to touch on. So I talked about J.K. Dobbins in my 6 keys to a Broncos win. That was before they announced J.K. Dobbins was out. Believe that came out on the injury report today, which is very unfortunate because us Denver fans were really kind of hedging on the fact that we were going to get a guy that was one of the NFL's leading rushers at a point in the year. I believe he was top 5, I think, is not in top 5 is accurate. I don't know if he was top 3, but J.K. Dobbins was having a hell of a season before he ends up getting the Liz Frank injury. Of course, there was some optimism coming into this week that J.K. Dobbins would be back. Not that he was going to get, the 15, 20 carries that really a bell cow back like him would probably get. But there was this idea that maybe he would be the spark in the Broncos offense. So now now you got to figure it out. Broncos are going to be suiting up the same 3 running backs we have all season long. But while I go pull something up real quick, kind of give me your take on this. How do you feel about both of these teams here?
we saw Drake Maye carve up the Texans defense a little bit. We saw a Patriots defense that blew the doors off of Houston Texans Stadium. I think that I'm gonna ride the Jarrett Stidham boat to Davy Jones's locker, like I rode Rivers down to Davy Jones's locker. So we'll see. I really hope that he plays well. I hope that Sean Payton runs the ball and doesn't try to make Jarrett Stidham something he's not. What I was thinking, I didn't know how bad the injury was. I didn't know. I thought, what maybe
To JK or to Bo?
Bo.
Mm.
I was like, well, maybe he plays on it like Philip Rivers did, but it's not to be. But I'm just dreading a Patriots Super Bowl again. Although
I listen, if New England does win, either way they get a rematch. Obviously Seattle from what was a legendary Super Bowl 49, and LA from I believe about 5 years later in Super Bowl, I want to say 53, in a game that so many people called boring, but I thought, as a guy that does like a good defensive slugfest, maybe I'm remembering it a little better than it was, but I thought that was a fun game to watch from a defensive perspective.
I was sick, I remember. I do remember watching the Super Bowl, what was it, 36 with my dad.
Okay.
So I remember that one when Vinatieri kicked the field goal. I was upset about that because at the time I was still a Rams fan.
True. There is that rematch too. I low-key forgot about that.
Yeah. That one sticks in my mind more than the one when I was sick because
That's fair.
just childhood stuff, nostalgia.
All right, so I've got some of these injury reports pulled up here. So these are going to be pretty interesting because we get some game statuses on guys that we were curious about going into the week. So for Denver, Pat Bryant coming off of the concussion, no game status for him. He was limited Wednesday. He's been full the rest of the week. Lucas Kroll was ruled out, and I think that's more just they're working him through his IR window. Same with Drew Sanders. Luke Wattenberg is questionable, but he's been full all week with that shoulder thing that he's had that got him onto IR in the first place. Obviously, J.K. Dobbins is out. Alex Forsyth was listed as questionable, the Broncos' backup center. If he can't go, and Wattenberg can't go, it is Sam Mustipher that would step up somewhere in that depth chart. Troy Franklin with the hamstring, he is questionable. J.L. Skinner, special teams ace, for the Broncos, a guy that tackles well. He was full Wednesday, Thursday, and then limited Friday with a quad. He was assigned questionable, and then I really don't know why they put him on the injury report, but Bo Nix is, of course, out. For the Pats, we have a 100% guaranteed out guy, and that is going to be linebacker Harold Landry. Some questionable guys for them, and they've kind of got a bit of a laundry list of stuff here. So questionable is defensive tackle Joshua Farmer, hamstring, Matt Collins, an abdomen. Terrell Jennings, he passed concussion protocol, so he should be good to go. And then Marte Mapu with a hip injury. He's a linebacker for them. And then some guys that they're working back, no game status. So center Garrett Bradbury with an illness. Christian Ellis, I believe, relative, brother, maybe, of Jonah Ellis on the Broncos. So hopefully we get the Ellis Bowl there. He had a hip thing. Carlton Davis he doesn't have a game. He's in the same boat that Pat Bryant's in with concussion protocol. Hunter Henry was resting, so he'll be fine. He's playing. Morgan Moses, same thing. He's resting. And then you got Taylor Munford, I believe is how you say it. I believe a backup tackle with a knee thing. Travion Henderson with his shoulder. And then Robert Spillane with his hand. And some of those guys are some pretty big playmakers for the Pats. And these are guys that jumped out to me while I was watching the Pats over the playoffs. Christian Ellis did some good stuff. Carlton Davis is a really good corner opposite Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez, by the way, is an absolute monster. I just want to throw that out there. Like, I think if I were to name the 3 best corners in the league right now, and somebody in chat's probably going to flame me for this, but hear me out. I think your best 3 corners are all in the AFC, and where we are right now, I mean, it's Surtain, reigning defensive player of the year right now, and then Christian Gonzalez is right there. I feel like not a lot of people have talked about him, and maybe that's just me not staying as plugged into the national media as I maybe should. Maybe it's better for my health. I don't know. I'm just a guy on YouTube after all. And then as well, I want to throw Derek Stingley in there. I mean, he's been incredible this season. All 3 of these guys have been great when they've been on the field. Pat Surtain, more the guy I'm referencing on that one. The Pats have a lot of guys I like too, but what in particular sticks out about the New England Patriots to you?
They're gritty, dude. Like, they'll grind it out. Their defense is more solid than I thought they were. And we could talk about the Texans' offense being bad, but they made them look worse than they've been all season. They've made CJ Stroud looked like he was seeing demons in Foxborough.
Stroud was atrocious in that game.
He was, but I saw that game and I was like, this defense is good. I know that Will Campbell has struggled a little bit in the playoffs.
We'll get to that.
Drake Maye, a lot of sacks, a lot of turnovers in the playoffs, I think. So there's still it's either or. We may not have the best corners, but we do have the best defensive backfield. Go Hawks. My friend Sam Boyle. But yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. But honestly, yeah, I think New England isn't as unbeatable as people think they are. I think any team in the playoffs is beatable. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, they're back," but Broncos got a punching chance. I don't know how I feel about New England after that game. I feel like they made the offense look so bad that the Patriots' offense was good by comparison.
Yeah. So something that I did want to point out, and it's something that I believe that I pointed out in my Keys to Victory video. I actually think it was my first thing that I talked about. The Broncos' offensive line is going to be, I believe, far and away the best offensive line that the New England Patriots are going to face in the playoffs. Because you're going against, I mean, you've got the likes of Garrett Bowles, who's turned into a really great tackle after having that, grabby reputation. You've got Mike McGlinchey on the other side, who's been doing his thing. Quinn Miners is an absolute dog. The Broncos have gotten good performance out of kind of all three centers when they've needed them. And then I think Ben Powers is starting to get back into a groove. Somebody in my chat saying, in good Tom Brady fashion, never watch Rams-Pats Super Bowl. I was not alive during the first one, so if that's a point of reference, then we'll toss that out there. And then Bok Choy saying, turn from the dark side to the light side. They're talking about Stiddy in my chat right now. But I think this is going to be the biggest possible test for the New England defensive front seven coming into this AFC title game. And again, you got to think too, they're playing in Denver as well. The altitude, everyone always talks about it. Denver's got the altitude sickness sign coming out of the visitors' locker room. But it is a real thing, and you hear players talk about it all the time, that Denver is just a ridiculously hard place to play. I'm not saying it's going to play, some ginormous factor. These guys are professional athletes. They got altitude chambers and stuff like that to help them acclimate. What I am saying, though, is I would expect a regression or something of that kind in this New England front seven as they run into what has been an absolute a pretty dominant unit at times for this that is this Broncos offensive line. As much as Sean Payton doesn't run the ball, I think the running backs might be able to find some running lanes, but who knows? New England might shut me up, and if I'm wrong, I am happy to correct my mistakes, as always.
I will say that one thing going for him is Sean Payton is pretty good with backup quarterbacks. I don't know if you watched that video with Brandon.
I think I'm yet to get to it, but I do know that he squeezed. Is squeeze even a word? He squeezed a good amount of wins out of Jameis Winston, and then there was the one year where he went 5-0 with Teddy Bridgewater after Breeze went hurt.
Yeah,
like Peyton does have a very good track record with backup quarterbacks. I'm not saying anything. But I like Denver's chances. And granted, I've got the neon in the back. Come on, you kind of saw that coming. Predictions?
You want me to go with my heart, or you want me to go with my gut?
Go however you feel you need to.
I really want Denver to win. I'm going to go Denver. Just I'm going to go Denver.
You're taking Denver.
Yeah, I'm going to go Denver for you.
All right.
For you. And Stidham. It's a Cinderella story if the Broncos could do it without a backup quarterback. I mean, we've seen it with Frank Reich. Nick Foles. But he actually played Frank Reich, Jeff Hotz.
I can't say his name. Jeff Hotsteller. Tom Brady did that once upon a time as a backup quarterback.
Yeah. Also,
Doug Williams in there as well.
Rodgers.
The 87 season blew Denver out in Super Bowl 22.
Yeah, Roger Staubach led a comeback win when he was hurt.
True, he came off of the bench for Craig Morton.
So anything's possible. I mean, we've had upsets. And I think we're due one. With the way the NFL is this year, I think the Broncos pull it off. Now, I could be totally wrong and the Patriots just dominate, but I'm gonna go with my heart.
So so I've got legitimate reasons other than this is my team that I think Denver has a legit shot to win this thing. And why I'm going to take them in a very close game. I think Nick Bonito is going to eat Will Campbell alive. We've seen him kind of struggle in the playoffs as the quality of the pass rusher ramps up a little bit. I think Nick Bonito is going to have his way with Will Campbell. And again, if I'm wrong, I'm sure this is going to get clipped and clowned. And you know what? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm willing to admit it. But from what I've seen from Will Campbell, he has kind of gotten eaten alive. As well, Surtain's going to be on Diggs, I imagine, all game. Jaquan McMillan has been a really fun chess piece for the Broncos defense this season, kind of what we thought John A. Barron was going to be, but McMillan's had a really nice rebound year. Riley Moss has cleaned up the penalties with the boxing gloves, which has been really nice to see on that front as well. And then it comes down to the trenches, man. I really think this Denver O-line has a chance to bully this Pats front seven, because a lot of the pressure that I've noticed has just been straight up blitzing. It never looks like they get pressure or even get close to getting home if they're only rushing forward. I have a lot of respect for Milton Williams in the middle, though. I think that guy can be an absolute game wrecker, but I think Denver's got enough up front to really kind of take him head on and be able to come out with the win. So I as well am taking Denver. I think it's going to be close, though. I think it's going to be extremely close. Like, I'm talking 2-point game, probably.
My friend Sam Boyle said, I am not picking the Patriots because of a lack of faith in the Broncos. Picking the Patriots because I want revenge for Super Bowl 49. Rocky 3.
What? Fair enough.
Yeah, Rocky 3 is where that quote. I have a lot of prediction. Pain. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I haven't watched Rocky 3 in forever. In years.
One other thing that I do kind of want to point out, too, is I really do not think that Jarrett Stidham is as bad of a quarterback as people want to think.
My buddy said, if Stidham couldn't play, Peyton would have dumped him a long time ago. So that's true.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, there is history between Sean Payton just wanting Jarrett Stidham under his wing, and that's what's got me really excited. So we both got Denver in this game, and before we start talking about this Rams and Seahawks NFC title game, if you're enjoying the stream and you're enjoying the both of us going back and forth, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out both of our channels. I'm almost to 400 subs. He's just past 200. Last I looked, you were what, 204?
204. Oh, you looked? And I looked at yours.
I did check.
I reached
He's up past 200, and he's still climbing. I'm almost to 400. We're having a damn good time. Let's get both of these streams up to 5 likes. And this is going to be a hell of an NFC title game. I mean, let's just go flat out.
Game of the week.
Like that. I think both of these title games are going to be absolute bangers, but I especially think this NFC title game is going to go ridiculous. These are two teams meeting for the third time. Seattle's played nobody but their own division this year in the playoffs, demolished San Francisco last week over after the opening kickoff with Rashid Shaheed, who's been an absolute weapon in the return game for Seattle. What do you even make of this? Because these are two teams that have played great football this season. I mean, what do you even make here?
I think that Seattle has all the momentum. And I'm not just saying that because I have Seattle fans in my little community. I think they have all the momentum because what they did to the 49ers was just, that could have been an assault charge.
They killed the necromancers.
They finally put them out of their misery. The walking undead are no longer in the playoffs. I think Darnold, if he plays how he did and doesn't turn the ball over, I think they're going to beat the tar out of that secondary. That secondary is shaky. I don't know if you saw that throw from Caleb Williams last week, and I was just like,
how many times this season, real quick, like just on that point, how many times has Caleb Williams made the throw of the year in just the past 3 weeks?
He's done it a lot, and you know they had a hard look. The Bears were not a great football team. They were very opportunistic. They were not lucky. They had to grind out a lot of wins, but it was a very ugly football team. I actually I had like a thing for my power rankings where I was doing like a score, and they were like the lowest remaining playoff team with like a 74 overall grade. And then it jumped up to like the 49ers to like a 93 at the time.
Okay.
So they
Wow.
weren't like world beaters. It was just, and they struggled. The Rams struggled with them. Both defenses will dominate, and it may come down to special teams, which favors us. Go Hawks.
It does. I got Sinbin in here. Come by to press like and say congrats on 400. I don't think we broke the barrier yet. Last I looked, we're at 373. But I very much appreciate you popping in, Sinbin. Go show Trent some love as well.
He's
over here.
He said,
you know what? 375, baby. We're doing great.
Sinbin said, over-reliant on defense getting turnovers were the Bears. Yes. And when
Absolutely, that was Chicago's issue all season long.
And when they didn't get turnovers, they lost. And they lost because they didn't get turnovers against the Rams. Stafford played a very clean game. Didn't get a touchdown, but they had Kieran Williams getting touchdowns. I think Seattle's got the momentum right now, just the way they beat down the Niners.
The Niners. Something that I do want to throw out is that one of the biggest narratives coming into this year, especially after what happened to the Minnesota Vikings last year, was the question of, could Sam Darnold play in big games? And could he, at the very least, not screw it up to let his team go out and win it? And I would argue that he has done that very well this season. Has he been a little turnover prone? I think so. I think there was a stretch where he was 8 touchdowns to 8 picks, even as Seattle was winning games. But it hasn't been enough to really point at for Seattle and say he is actively screwing them over.
No.
And it's actually been really fun to like poke into Seahawks games and see Sam Darnold doing some wacky shit. Like you remember that one half where he went like 16 for 16 for 200 some odd yards, and I mean, hell, he had like 2 or 3 2 touchdowns in that half as well. Like Sam Darnold has shown that he can do some nutty things, and I think now that he's finally got the right coaching and knowing that he doesn't have to go out and prove that he can be the guy in Seattle, because Seattle loves him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's done wonders for him. Something that I do want to point out as well for Seattle is Zach Charbonnet now on IR, which might mean, Kenneth Walker actually gets some red zone carries.
Yeah. He did last week, didn't he, after Charbonnet went down?
Yeah, I actually think he scored a touchdown.
Scored a few. Quite a few.
So their backup is George Halani now, unless they've got somebody else off of the practice squad that they are going to call up here. But Boise State guy, second season out of Boise State, out of Bellflower, California. Really didn't do anything in the regular season. 22 carries, 73 yards. Did score a touchdown, so that's cool for him.
He's going to have all the eyes of Seattle on him.
He will. Just going in as that backup running back, we have seen some Seattle backups do some cool stuff. I remember Chris Carson a couple of years ago was doing some ballistic things behind, I want to say Marshawn Lynch in his second stint in Seattle. Fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very fun times. Now you're all good, Sinbin. I mean, hell, I appreciate you poking in, man.
Halani straight balled out. Streams. Halani straight balled out in the preseason. Do you have his preseason stats, or you want me to get that?
I can probably pull them up real quick. I don't know. I don't think they come up on ESPN. If you want to go track them down real quick, I'll kind of go on my tangent here. So so for LA, not a lot of injuries that you didn't know coming into this. Akello Witherspoon, I'm not sure if that's a new development or not. He's on IR. Byron Young is questionable coming into this one. Rams fans, so there is that. I think LA is definitely more healthy than Seattle coming into this, but I also think that Seattle's done some really good things this season. Torrey Horton's a guy that I can think of right now. He's on IR. I remember he had a sick game, like early on in the year, like near mid-season, before the trade deadline. I just remember Torrey Horton having a ridiculous football game. I think I was calling that game.
Yeah.
Actually, and I could be wrong, but no Cody White. It's okay though, because you get playoff. Jake Bobo. Yes, I am a certified TK12 watcher. How did you know? A couple other guys out as well. Josh Jones is questionable. Backup left tackle for you guys. Bryce Cabaldul, I think I said that right, give or take. He's on IR. Some guys that I imagine have probably been on IR for a minute, but there's a lot to like about the Seattle team. Mike McDonald has the Seattle defense coached up to a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, this Seattle defense is on absolute lock, giving Legion of Boom vibes for sure. And you got to think, they played in the best division in football and won 14 games. It's been a hell of a year for the Seahawks, coming off of a 10-7 year where, if I remember correctly, they just barely missed the playoffs in Mike McDaniel's first year. Yeah. Like, it's been a great time for Seattle fans.
I honestly thought they were going to finish third in the division.
Really?
Well, yeah. Before I knew how much improved this defense was, I knew this defense was going to improve. I didn't trust Darnold. If I'm being honest, I
think you and a lot of other people didn't trust Darnold.
But Nick Emenwari's been really good. Been the rookie of the year in my opinion.
Okay.
But also George Holani actually was averaging in preseason in week 1 against the Raiders 7 carries, 61 yards, a touchdown, 8.7 yards per carry. And then against the Chiefs, 5 carries, 49 yards, 9.8 yards per carry. So he was doing pretty good. So the Rams have a shot. I really think like it's not going to be one of those games that it's going to be a clear favorite. I don't think there is a clear favorite. You can never count out just how good this Rams offense is.
Especially when they get hot.
Yeah, is Darnold healthy?
I'm not seeing anything about him. I don't even think he popped up on the Seattle injury report.
Yeah. We also played the AFC South, which was surprisingly good outside of Tennessee. 4 against the AFC South. That is true, though, huh? The AFC South, 3 playoff teams.
Well, almost.
Oh, yeah, almost.
Buddy, the Colts fell apart.
I forgot, yeah. Almost 3 playoff teams.
Almost 3 playoff teams. I mean, to be fair, though, like, the AFC was 1,000% stacked this year. I mean, both of these conferences went absolutely nuts this year. Multiple teams with winning records missed out because of how good each conference was.
I would say the NFC East was one of the weaker conference divisions this year.
I could agree. There were you definitely had your weak conferences. NFC East over on that side. AFC North was surprisingly mediocre this season. Ravens kind of had a weird fall off year, and it was finally the one that cost John Harbaugh his job.
Yeah.
Ender saying, "Don't remind me about the Colts, damn it." Listen, okay, it came up. We had to talk about it. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. We still love you. We still love you. Maybe we don't love the Colts. I love that the Colts gave my team 2 quarterbacks to win Super Bowls with.
Yeah.
But that's a new conversation. I won't get you all riled up, Ender, all right?
I think
let's keep her together.
I think I do like the story of Darnold giving the middle finger to the Jets for just how atrocious their team has been. And it's not Darnold's fault. It was never Darnold's fault.
I mean, that whole organization's been a shit show.
They're up there with the Jets as one of the worst franchises, in my opinion.
I could see the Jets occupying 2 spots as as the worst franchise.
So yeah, they're up there with the Browns. Up there with the Browns, in my opinion.
Okay, there we go.
Who did I say? Jets twice? My brain.
You did say the Jets twice.
I'm so sorry.
It happens. Add that to the I'm sorry counter.
I forgot about that.
All right. So, predictions. I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first?
Who do you got? I want you to go first, buddy.
I'm going to go Seahawks. I think Darnold has the game of his life in this game.
True. And that's something that I think we both harped on this year, is that we're not exactly in love with that LA secondary. Now, to be fair, Kobe, I think it's Kobe Durant. Hang
Yeah,
on. I
Durant.
gotta find
Durant.
the guy's name, but I know who I'm talking about. Is it Kobe Durant?
Yeah.
It is Kobe Durant. He's been having a hell of a postseason. Cam Curl came up big against Chicago. I think there's a lot to like, especially that these guys have really been stepping up. But I really, really do. I've got more faith in Seattle's defense than I do LA's.
A couple of different opinions. Sam Poyle, Seahawks 16-13, and Sinbin says Devontae Adams Super Bowl MVP. So it's an interesting thing. I think
calling our shots.
I think, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's an uphill battle for anybody that wins in the AFC.
It is 100%, because no matter that in the Super Bowl, you're probably a little overmatched.
Yeah, and if Bo Nix was playing, I would be more comfortable saying, like, oh, it looks a little better, but I think they're a little overmatched, and I don't know about how good, especially Drake Maye against Seattle's defense. Like, if we hypothetically say those two, I think Drake Maye gets eaten alive. But I could be wrong.
Could be wrong. I'm going to join you on the Seattle train. I like their defense more than I like LA's. I like what Seattle has been able to put on the field offensively this year. Jackson Smith-Njigba has been an absolute monster this season. We've seen it time and again. I think they make good use of their tight ends in the red zone. I mean, what else did I really have on that? Kenneth Walker, obviously, and Sam Darnold has been playing good football this season, and I think we've seen him do some really good things when he's needed to this year for sure. Got Seattle the 1 seed, won a playoff game in Seattle. It's going to be a very, very interesting weekend for all of these Final Four teams. Obviously, again, just to kind of recap here, Denver having to start Jarrett Stidham in an uphill battle against the Pats at Mile High, and the Rams going to Seattle to take on a defense that could be comparable to the Legion of Boom of old. Both took Denver and Seattle. That would be a hypothetical Super Bowl 48 rematch. Trent, what do you got coming out, buddy?
Let me just tell you this.
Okay.
Sam Poyle said, I am worried about the Rams' 3 tight end formations. We've been burned by tight ends all season.
Okay.
Yeah. So that could be a next factor. What do I have coming out this weekend?
What do you got coming out, buddy?
I will be doing, what's the 3:30, 4:30 is Rams and...
That'll be the NFC title game.
Yeah, I'll be doing the NFC title game after I get off work. I'll be a little late because it'll start 30 minutes before I'm off. And then I will have the weekly recap / power rankings. Same video. And I have a script for the 5 worst Super Bowl blowouts of all time. And I'm going to tell...
How many of them are Broncos teams?
3.
If I can guess all 3, you cash at me $5, $10.
I can't do that.
$5.
All right, $5.
$5. All right. The 87 Broncos against Washington. I want to say 89 Broncos against San Francisco. 2013 Broncos against Seattle.
Yes. I have PayPal. Do you have PayPal?
I do actually. We'll figure that out.
Okay. Yeah.
Here comes the money. Come on.
Can you guess the other 2?
The other 2 blowouts. Ooh. All right. Let's see. Okay. I gotta dig in the bag for this one here because is the Kansas City Tampa Bay one on there? No Kansas City Tampa Bay. That was a brutal game.
The Eagles and Chiefs one would have made it if they didn't allow 20 points.
That's true. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we got the 3 Broncos ones out of the way. I've won my $5. What were some of
We
them?
should just call it the 3 worst losses
Super
in
crazy.
Broncos history.
Yeah, you've given me an off-season video idea. Good lord. You know what? I'll let you save that for the video so people got something to chew on. I'm sorry, I revealed 60% of your upcoming video. My bad.
You know, did you watch the Elway documentary where he said that they were running the post routes and the defensive coordinator kept telling them stop running the post routes, and then in the Super Bowl they ran a post route and Jerry Rice scored against the defense.
Not shocking.
Yeah.
I still need to get around to watching the Elway documentary, but I have heard very good things.
This applies to all remaining teams, but mostly for K9. We can sell out and give him 30 carries because there's nothing else to play for. And if we win there, we'll be 2 weeks off till the Super Bowl. Hey!
Ender was asking if there was a Colts one on there. I don't think the Colts have lost a Super Bowl bad enough to...
No, they have not. They won in 71, I believe, or 70. They beat Dallas. They beat Dallas in 70. I believe.
I think Earl Morrell, or Earl Morrell, I think, quarterback.
Can you believe Johnny Unitas?
And then the one in 06.
06, and then they lost in 68 or 69. And then they
lost to the Jets in Super Bowl 3, and then to the Saints in 09.
Yeah, but 2 weeks until the Super Bowl after this, and you could run him 30 times and let him be rested for the Super Bowl. But what do you got coming out? My bad.
So, in less than an hour, actually, we're going to be doing Crushing It Game Night. So if you want to come check that out, we're going to be live. It'll be 9:30 Mountain Time. That's going to be a joy. We're playing Super Mario Galaxy tonight.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Never played.
And then you got to, buddy. You got to. And then Sunday, of course, we're doing the AFC title game. Excuse me. And then Monday, it's either going to be, celebrating going to the Super Bowl, or it's going to be the Broncos season kind of in requiem, or more or less a recap of that game one way or another. Maybe not exactly on Monday, but sometime during the week of that. And then obviously we'll be calling the Super Bowl as well. But we got some cool stuff going on, man. We got some cool shit going on. So it was so good to get back, man.
It was.
It was great.
A great episode.
We did miss the divisional round, which was quite unfortunate. But hey, man, we're back. It feels good to be back. It's always a great time being on here with you, man.
Yeah.
Myself, I'd like to give a shout to the best crew ever. Trent, right here with me on screen, but behind the scenes as well. Ender Games has been huge, graphic-wise. He designed all of this that you see around you, as well as Bok Choy being in here as a mod. He's been great. Everyone on the crew has been great, and I cannot express enough appreciation for them. Big shout out to my friends as well here that live by me as well. Those guys have been super supportive through just everything. But with that being said, me personally, I will see you guys in an hour, and it's going to be great. And Trent, he will see you guys later in the week as well. Absolutely love the hell out of you guys. Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to both of us. Trent, again, just crossed 200. We're on our way to 400 around here. So whether or not you're watching my stream or his stream, love each and every single one of you, and that is going to do it here.
Yeah, definitely.
On MTTF.
Thank you,
Broncos!
Thank you so much, everyone.